There we go. Let's see. Can't hear you, but...
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So here's the situation that I was in. So I was supposed to have to work today at 2, but unfortunately I missed the train to work. So at least I have some time to spend on the live stream than I would have expected. So
Oh,
that's a
man.
good yeah. So I'm just waiting to see if I could take a VPO today or a PTO. But in the meantime, at least it just so happens that the train station is close to a park. So at least you know, I
Mm-hmm.
can just walk around for a bit during the live stream. Since I forgot I just realized I also didn't bring my headphones. So uh,
Alrighty.
yeah.
So are we, like, watching the live stream announcements, or are we, like, just discussing? Like...
I think we're just discussing because I think it's
Because
yeah.
they're
That's
now...
what I
They, yeah. No, that makes
yeah
sense.
yeah.
Now I got the list up right now. Now, thankfully, we are not in... Uh, we're not worse off right now in Austin. Like, with
Mhm.
the big freeze and such, so...
Oh yeah.
So I'm very happy about that.
Hmm.
So are we, like... Who are we waiting for anyone else, or...
Yeah, I mean, are you the only one who's logged in so far? I haven't heard from Gillian
No,
if
I haven't
she.
heard... I haven't
Yeah,
heard from them yet.
yeah.
Oh,
I
there we
have to
go.
add myself to the stage.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing with StreamYard.
I've never used StreamYard before because I've never live streamed before.
No, I understand. I use StreamYard for podcast recording, so...
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
go
think
on other
yeah, this
people's
is a
podcasts,
learnable
they
one.
invite
Yeah.
me in.
Right.
Mm, yeah.
So I've got the list pulled up here.
Yeah.
The My thing is, I haven't seen most of these movies. I don't get out much, so I'm looking forward to other people's opinions.
Alright, no problem. No, I've seen all 10 Best Picture noms. That just happened to be on accident. Like, sometimes, like, last year, I was just, like, in no mood to watch all the Oscar noms for Best Picture, and I was just like, no. Wasn't in the
Last year, I
right...
didn't care about most of the nominees.
Well, it's like my favorite movie was not Anora, but I knew going in that Anora was going to be the big winner and such. I mean, there was definitely, like, obviously competition and such with what was it? Yeah, The Brutalist, Complete Unknown, Conclave. Conclave was my favorite.
Hmm.
Like, I knew it had no chance, but I wanted it to win. Or, at the very least, the substance. But, they like that Sean Baker, so... Which, considering all that has gone on and some of the unfortunate working productions of his, it's like, okay. But I'm much more excited about this batch. Like it's a little more exciting in some regards. Not like it's somewhat traditional with some of these nominations. And then there are some where I'm like, this is nonsense. Like, I mean, I haven't seen Song Sung Blue. I'm actually watching it or I was watching it before joining. And I don't have an opinion on Kate Hudson yet. But I know a lot of people are like, no, could have gone to someone else.
Yeah, that was a surprise that she was able to go that far in the nominations. Because at this point, people are probably thinking, Chase Infinity got it in the bag, 'cause especially after Revo's chances of getting nominated, went down. And of course, also with J-Lo and Die My Love and Amanda Seyfried in The Testament of Anne Lee.
Yeah, there were
So,
some unfortunate, like, it's unfortunate that award season stuff has to be so centered around September to December.
Yeah.
mm,
And because Searchlight Pictures could have gotten some more nominations if they just released some of the movies sooner. Like they probably could have gotten more hype for The Testament of Anne Lee or Rental Family, but Rental Family
also, mm,
Rental Family came out a little too like in a packed time period, and then The
plus
Testament
also
of
it
Anne.
got a pretty lukewarm reception at Toronto because they were expecting it
Oh,
to get win the audience award there, but yeah, it got a cold lukewarm. That's what did it chances in.
that's so disappointing. I love Rental Family. I think it's a very
Yeah.
sweet and touching movie.
Hmm.
There's something that like I've gone to a few film festivals. You do have to take into consideration to take whatever gets a good response from a festival with a grain of salt. Because what festival crowds tend to aim for are not crowd pleasers or
Hmm.
more down to earth movies. They want the artistic triumphs of filmmakers and such, and that can sometimes lead to a lot of stuff where like something gets a huge response out of con, and then the moment it hits wider release, everyone's like,
Yeah.
it's like, really? Like, I don't think there will be a better example of this than, well, kick them while they're down, I guess, but Amelia Perez, and then
Oh, jeez.
triangle, a triangle of sadness also. So like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff, and it's like I feel like the only ones that I see get like a good consistent response from festivals to crowds and audiences are like animation as film, and I don't know
Hmm.
why that is. I feel like that's, and I'm not just saying that because I'm the animation guy. It's just it seems like after I saw Little Amelie, everyone was like, "Oh my god,
Oh
Little
yeah.
Amelie's amazing,"
Yeah.
and
Oh,
and
God. Sorry, there was a little bit of excitement in my room.
oh yeah,
But
no worries.
Also,
So where
speaking
do
of Little Amelie, it's currently available to rent at the Letterbox Video Store for those who haven't had a chance to check that out yet.
it is? It's I'm very happy to see it there, and then sometimes it's just like I think some films get released too late.
Mhm.
I think 100 meters could have gotten a bigger push than it did, but it came out like a week before animation is film. And then I think it could have gotten a bigger push. And now that like when it was released on December 30th or 31st of last year, everyone was like, "Oh my god, where's this been this amazing movie?" And it's just like stuck somewhere between copyright and such or whenever G Kids was allowed to put it on Netflix.
Mhm.
But whatever, I'm not bitter. But
so,
yeah, go ahead.
as the animation guy,
Uh-huh.
what are the odds that anything other than K-pop Demon Hunters wins?
Very little. Like Elio has no chance, even though I'm currently writing an editorial about how it's gotten this. I don't like kicking this movie either, but it's like To Leslie style redemption tour. Because I feel like even though nobody went to see it, it got pretty whatever positive reviews and was pretty tepid release on Disney Plus. It seemed like since December or so, there's been this big push to keep putting it on like awards groups nomination lists when you could have picked so many other better movies than Elio. And I understand Elio went through one hell of a production cycle. That's basically its lasting legacy. But the one we don't like, we can't judge it on the movie we could have gotten. We have to judge it on the movie we got. And I think it's the pity vote of the bunch because nobody else went to watch 100 Meters or Chow or some of the other movies that were nominated, because I would argue if it wasn't for like Zootopia 2 and K-pop Demon Hunters, 2025 may as well be the worst year for animation. Not that like every movie sucked, but even like Zootopia 2, which maybe has second or third place chance of winning, feels like it just kind of died out after it reached $1 billion. Everyone was like, well, we're done. We got it to $1 billion. So, and yeah, go ahead.
I still haven't watched either Elio or Zootopia 2, though I plan to with the kids at some point soon.
I know Zootopia 2 comes out fairly soon on digital, and then Elio is already on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
The other animated feature nominee this year, Arco, isn't it coming to theaters again later this month or next month?
It's coming out, like, at least in my neck of the woods, it's coming out next week. And
okay, yeah.
I think it could have had a much bigger chance if Neon... I don't want all foreign animated films to go just directly to G Kids, but Neon seems to keep fumbling the ball with what animated film, like what their animated films. I still remember
the way they did Robot Dreams. Yeah, the release was just, that one was.
I was like, man, after seeing that animation as film, I was like, okay, Robot Dreams could have gone a way bigger chance, and then Neon was like, we're releasing it in May. And it's like, what? No, don't do that. Don't do that. And then at least they got Arco out in January, but it's still far too late. They could have really released it a little bit before Zootopia 2, or at least during December, because nobody went to see that SpongeBob movie, so... But it's really K-pop's year. Otherwise, I think it's going to be between that and Little Amelie. Because Little Amelie has picked up so much, like, momentum and such as a movie, and people seem to really love it. It was one of Letterboxd's best performing movies of last year, or at the very least, that's what I recall. But whatever, it's really K-pop's year, like,
which makes my 8-year-old very happy.
I'm happy. It deserves it, because otherwise Netflix probably wouldn't have something to compete with this year, because their other movies have not done well. Like, there was no way In Your Dreams or The Twits was going to be their big Oscar movies winners. I could feel they were trying with In Your Dreams, but then when K-pop blew up, they were like, oh no, never mind. Gotta put all your momentum on K-pop Demon Hunters, which rightfully so.
Yeah. The 12-year-old doesn't like it, but I think that's more to do with he's at that age where if it's really popular, he doesn't have much interest in it.
Yeah, I get that. But
since everyone's talking about it, and he doesn't particularly like K-pop, but like, I'm not a huge K-pop fan, but I really like this movie and I really like the soundtrack. And he's like, yeah, well, you're wrong. I'm like, thanks, kid. He's 12. What do you do?
I know you're getting to that rebellious age where it's like everything my family and people like I don't, and it's just like be quiet, man.
He got really mad at me because I gave the soundtrack to his sister for Yule this year, and he was like, "Why did you do that to me?"
It's a good
Shockingly,
soundtrack.
this wasn't about you.
But really, it's K-pop. I would be shocked if it loses the Oscar for this. As much as Disney really likes to grease some palms and rub some elbows at the Academy, they're not going to get it this year.
Elio surprises us all, takes the Oscar.
Oh God, that would be a brave situation, like where much better movies could have won, but no, they chose the worst one. And I feel bad because Elio got just screwed over by executives, and the directors did what they could. I sympathize with that. Dealing with a bad situation, but Elio doesn't deserve an award. So, but
have
go
you seen any of the shorts, the animated shorts?
I have not. I was a little floored to not see what Iru, the cartoon saloon one, not getting nominated because that one was really good. And I mean, it's Cartoon Saloon; they do amazing work. I have not seen these shorts. They don't make them viewable easily, and I understand they want to put it through festival stuff, and there's like the people who make the shorts obviously want to get paid. I understand. Yes. But it's also like I can't watch your shorts if I don't know where to watch them or how to watch them. But I've seen a few images of some of them. I know whatever the let's see. I think which one are they again? Let's see.
We've got Butterfly, Forever Green, The Girl Who Cried Pearls, Retirement Plan, and The Three Sisters.
I know I've seen images of Forever Green, and that looks really charming and cute. I've seen images for Retirement Plan. It's always a mixed bag with the animated shorts. Sometimes they'll choose a year where it'll be like, what was it? It was like 2023 had like the most depressing animated shorts that year, and then 2024 had like a really good batch of them. Mm-hmm. It's up in the air. I'm not usually as attentive with the shorts. I wish I could be, but anytime I could see them at Animation as Film, it's like, well, I'm watching a movie. Sorry.
Yeah.
And I have nothing against shorts. It's not I hate animated shorts or short films or whatever. It's just if I can't watch them, I can't watch them. Sorry.
Yeah, they don't. It's hard to see the animated shorts. It's hard to see the live action shorts. The documentary ones are usually pretty easy to find, which is interesting to me.
Yeah, the documentary ones. I just remember when I was getting back into movie watching, and we were like, I was able to go to like my Alamo and go see a documentary on the big screen. I'm really bummed that that's no longer like a thing anymore with documentaries, because it's a lot of fun to watch them on the big screen, but whatever. But let's see here. The Alabama Solution, Come See Me in Good Light, Cutting Through Rocks, Mr. Nobody Against Putin, and The Perfect Neighbor. Well, that's the Netflix one, right? The Perfect Neighbor.
Yeah, that's the one that's been pretty well received.
Oh yeah, I think that's a true crime one.
Yeah, like the Stand Your Ground law in Florida, like all these actual cats from the yeah.
I know, but I have heard of Mr. Nobody Against Putin. I'm very curious about watching that one.
And also Come See Me in the Good Light is. I've also heard great things about. Like it's apparently a very big tearjerker. of a
Let's
Oh,
doc.
see.
hurrah! The
Yeah.
documentaries often are. I have to say.
I usually from what I hear, people are like, "This is great," or it's like it's heartbreaking and such.
Mhm.
I'm curious about seeing it because I see that Tig Notaro is a producer
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed last night Tig Notaro is officially now an Oscar nominee.
Yeah. hmm
I love Tig
I think
Notaro.
I think that one is already on Apple TV Plus. I think.
Yeah, it's on Apple TV Plus, and then
Yeah.
Cutting Through Rocks. I don't think I've seen this one. At Iranian Village. No, I've. That's another thing. I don't hear about these documentaries sometimes unless it's like a Netflix disaster documentary or something like that. Do they just not get good marketing anymore, or is it like I don't know? I feel like the 2018 2019 was like the last time you could see trailers for documentaries in theaters and such. Because that was like those were the years of like Three Identical Strangers, the Ruth Bader Ginsburg documentary, and then Free Solo, which I know the guy who did Free Solo is now has one on Netflix for that. I'm climbing a skyscraper.
Oh yeah, that was a live event. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I have heard about that one. Yeah.
but I don't. I haven't seen any of the documentaries. I wish I could because apparently they're much more popular on streaming services than in theaters. But oh well.
And also, I think a lot of the attention to docs now are now focused on like the true crime variety. So that's probably why you don't get often these docs of like various subject matters besides true crime. That's probably a reason why.
Oh, that's so annoying.
Yeah.
Especially with the faulty nature of
hmm
true crime documentaries are.
hmm
Yeah.
Mm,
And
like
I
one of my
get that
go.
true crime is popular. Yes, I read true crime, I watch true crime, I do. But I also would rather other things be covered in the category.
Like one
And
of
I know it used to be the joke that the Holocaust documentary won,
oh
hmm
god, yeah.
but
I mean,
there was a really good one last year about a guy who was doing microloans in his community. And like that's
oh,
the kind of thing we need more documentaries about.
hmm
like
A
one of
great
my
doc I saw
favorites.
last year was Secret Mole Apartment, which is I believe is already streaming on Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorites was called Ramen Heads, which is just about this one ramen chef owner who is really good at what he does, has won awards, and then just goes into like the psychology and culture of ramen.
Mm.
And it's really charming. I think it's on Hulu still. I'm not
Mhm.
entirely sure, but I bought the DVD when I saw it was available, and I was like, yoink, just
Yeah.
gonna get ya. But yeah, documentaries seem to suffer from they suffer the most from like Oscar voting uh I guess traditions, like with what the old Academy used to like to vote for and such. So it would be nice to see something like shaken up a little. But
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, take a look at the shorts real quick.
yeah, All the Empty Rooms, Armed with Only a Camera, The Life and Death of Brent Renaud, The Devil is Busy, and Perfectly a Strangeness.
And I don't know what any of those are about.
No, me
I mean,
neither.
okay, obviously the second one is about the life and death of, but I don't actually know who that is, so that doesn't help.
No, like I said, there's just no marketing behind these shorts or like whatever shorts category there are. Like, it's frustrating because how is anybody supposed to know about any of these? Even like I know like Fox Searchlight puts out one or two every once in a while, but they usually end up on either YouTube or like Hulu or I guess go to what was that one like documentary streaming service where they had like all the educational documentaries and such.
Um,
Curiosity Stream. There.
yeah,
But otherwise, I just don't hear about them.
and it's I grew up in LA County, and even though I wasn't in LA proper, there was still so much more access to things than there is to me now that I live in Washington, even though, 30 years have gone by and access should be so much more universal now.
That's a thing with the Hollywood and entertainment industry as a whole. They still are so stubborn about you gotta be in California or you gotta be in New York. Maybe if you're lucky, they'll go to Austin, Texas. But otherwise, they treat everywhere else as like whatever. We don't have to give you what we don't have to give you Jack. And it's just like, come on.
Yeah, even if I could get to Seattle more regularly, Seattle doesn't get these movies either.
It's like I said, it's very frustrating because it sometimes doesn't help when a film is picked up by a smaller distributor and that distributor cannot get it out there. They have to play will play 1 week in New York or California or like LA, and then that's it. That's all we can afford. Because I remember that one video from, I think, Be Kind Rewind, when they talked about how much it costs to like do screenings of these movies or something like that. And it could be like $20,000, and it's like, who the hell has like $20,000 to be for whatever? It's like, I don't know, maybe it's just I'm more aware of how much things cost than Hollywood, but it's like, what are you doing?
Well, a lot of studio executives are, ridiculously wealthy, and $20,000 isn't a lot to them.
It just reminds me of that Simpsons gag where Mr. Burns is going to a ATM, and he's like, what's the lowest amount I can think of? $10,000. And it's,
Yeah.
It's like, no, okay. But what's the next category that you want to hear takes on?
So, the category that somebody I know online was confused by the existence of.
Best casting?
Best casting.
Best casting. That's let's see. Where are they?
I've seen one of these movies.
Let's see. Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, and Sinners. So are they like saying this is the best casting director, or are they saying it's like the best cast, like the best
casting
casting
director?
Sure. Yeah, I
credited
think this
to
is
the
going to the
casting
casting director.
Yeah.
The person I know online was like, well, isn't that just basically giving an award to HR? I'm like, no.
No, that's not. HR does not handle casting. That's not even close.
Well, they're thinking of it as being like hiring for a regular business.
Oh, I see the confusion.
And I was like, no, it's very different in movies. And I started to explain, I know that I am the resident MCU fan. It's fine. That's my cross to bear. But can we talk for a moment about how much good Sarah Haley Finn has done over the last 20 years or so, casting those movies?
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're bored of the MCU, even if you never liked it in the first place, those are really good casts.
Mm-hmm.
I think they are. Like, I remember before everyone was like, on Fantastic Four, the First Steps or whatever it's called. Mm. Everyone was like, okay, that's a pretty good cast. I mean, I know people like to joke that Pedro Pascal is in everything. He is, but you can be really pedantic about it, saying like he was only in 3 things last year. Calm down.
Mm.
Yeah.
But like
4
everyone was
actually,
like,
actually,
okay.
yeah.
But it was like, yeah, Elizabeth Banks, yeah, I could see that, and the 2 actors they got for Johnny Storm and The Thing, like, and I mean, I'm not gonna say no to Julie Gardner. That's her name, the actress who was also in Weapons and The
Uh-huh.
Wolfman. Like, I thought she was pretty good in that movie. I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
not much of like it's not as nuanced or interesting as Weapons, which
Mm-hmm.
I guess I would have loved to have seen a casting choice like nom for Weapons at the very least, outside
Yeah.
of Best Supporting Actress, because that's a wild movie to watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Especially since they had to recast, because I know they had an original cast in mind for Weapons before the strikes happened, and they had to recast. I think there was only one actor in the cast who was a holdover from the previous casting.
Yeah, they were supposed to shoot, if I recall, in 2023, and then the strike happened, and
Yeah.
the only one was the drug addict
Yeah.
guy
Austin
who,
Abrams. Yeah.
yeah, and he's going to be in Zach Kreger's Resident Evil movie, so
Mm-hmm.
it paid off for him. But I do remember laughing a little that, like we just said, Pedro Pascal isn't in everything. Well, he was supposed to be Brolin's
Yeah.
character, so
Mm-hmm.
and
and Julie Gardner's character in that was supposed to be played by Renata Reinsby, who was just nominated for Sentimental Value.
that's funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so funny, man. But yeah, let's see. So Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sinners. I'm kind of surprised to see the Secret Agent in there. Like the cast was great. I enjoyed the movie. The more I was aware about the contextual elements of the movie, because it's don't take the title literally. The guy's not a secret agent.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I know like Wagnamora, he's so good. He is
Mm-hmm.
so good in that movie. I mean, he's a good actor in general. Like, don't just think of him as Pablo Escobar from Narcos. The
Mm-hmm.
guy is great in everything he does.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like that has to go to Sinners, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I mean, you'd hope.
Mm-hmm.
because as much as I enjoyed Marty Supreme's cast, I didn't care for Dennis O'Leary. Or Dennis O'Leary? Did I say that name correctly?
Kevin O'Leary.
Kevin
It was
O'Leary.
Kevin.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I know Dennis could be watching this and be like, "What did I do?" No, Kevin O'Leary. Didn't care for him, and I didn't care for Franz Drescher. Like she had such a nothing character to play. It just seemed
But
like I don't know.
I do like the use of non-actors in that film. In the cast, like in the other characters, like the guy who plays his friend Dion, and also who else? I'm trying to remember who else that caught my attention. Like that still managed to leave an impression. Like very yeah, because they have these very distinctive faces in them, and that they still managed to leave an impression on screen.
I just think it was. I think I mean, it's probably the outside story of how Kevin O'Leary was like, you can replace all background actors with AI and nobody would care. And
Hmm.
it's just like, no, dude. Like, that's one of the tangible great things about Marty Supreme is how real the whole world around the movie feels. Like, all these different characters, different looks.
Mm-hmm.
If you had everyone looking the same, but this was like posh, bougie New York, current
Mm.
day New York, which I guess I forgot that this took place in the past. Like I
Mm-hmm.
did not realize it took place in the 50s
The
until
the guy they got to cast Endo is an actual deaf table tennis player. I thought that was great.
oh, that's very good. I
Yeah.
like let's see. I mean, and I liked Odessa Zion,
Mm.
Azion, and I liked. I mean, I'm not the biggest Gwyneth Paltrow fan, but I thought she was pretty interesting. Though it just kind of seems like her character, um, like
Yeah, what I
believes.
like about Paltrow in that film is that it's like for the first time she's like playing a character who's actually embracing the fact that she's gotten older. When
Oh
you
yeah,
think about
because
yeah,
they don't want to deal with that
yeah,
conundrum. But I did not know Tyler the Creator was Wally.
hmm,
but
yeah,
but
and
yeah,
also
Greg,
Penn Jillette was the farmer. I didn't even recognize that was Penn Jillette.
that was him. I thought he played
Yeah,
the uncle. Like, oh gosh.
nah,
And I liked Hamnet, but it is very much carried on the back of its two actors, like
hmm,
lead actors and such. It's
hmm,
it's good casting all around, but it doesn't feel like a good overall cast. Or not that there were bad people or bad performances. It was just I don't remember anyone else outside of the child actor who plays the son, uh, and the why am I blanking on their freaking names? Um, Jesse Buckley and Paul Mescal,
hmm.
which I'm a little shocked Paul Mescal missed out on on a acting nom.
I think
But
there seems to be because I just realized something. I don't think no one has ever been nominated for an Oscar for playing Shakespeare, because even Joseph Fiennes got snubbed for Shakespeare in Love, from what I remember.
Huh.
Yeah,
interesting.
and also Kenneth Branagh when he played Shakespeare himself in that biopic he did years ago.
Oh yeah, he did do that.
Yeah.
Oh, Kenneth Branagh.
Kenneth
Eh,
Branagh, for years, he kept getting nominated in different categories.
Hmm.
I think for a while he had 6 nominations,
Yeah, I think that was the
all in
most. Hmm.
separate categories, and had
Yeah.
not won yet.
Uh
And so
huh.
my joke was that he was eventually going to win in like documentary short or something, because he was going to keep going until he found a category they'd nominate him
Hmm.
in. He also has what I consider the least deserved nomination in Oscar history
what?
for Best Adapted Screenplay for Hamlet.
Oh yeah, because it's like word for word.
It's word for word, it's
Yeah.
100% of the script.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
somebody's
that's
like, well, the
weird.
stage direction is like, I'm sorry, you don't get an Oscar for stage directions when Shakespeare wrote your script.
I guess he did
That
change the setting. That's I guess the only difference.
I was like,
Yeah.
no.
now for one battle after another, I do love a lot of the cast, but the fact that we don't get so much focus on some of the characters, and like it's so, and I get why it was so heavily focused on, um, Leo, Benicio, Chase, and Sean. Like, God, I forgot. Yeah, Sean Penn is in it, and I know people like to say he's good in it, and yeah, he is good, but it's also like, Paul, what the fuck are you doing working with that guy still? Like, I don't get it. It's like he's one of those directors who I want to love more, but he keeps wanting to work with like super abusive and shitty people, and it's like, no.
Mhm.
But that movie is like I do like Leo in this movie more than at the very least. What was that Adam McKay movie that he did with
Don't look up.
Netflix? Yeah, Don't Look Up. Like, and I liked him more than in the Killers on the Flower Moon and such, or Killers of the Flower Moon.
I did not like that movie, and I know I'm fairly alone on that, but I did not like that movie.
I wish it had more of the focus on the Native Americans instead of
Yeah, that was my
people.
biggest problem with it.
But I like Leo here in One Battle After Another. Like I said, I wish the overall cast was more present, and I think that's what
Hmm.
Sinners does really well. It keeps
Hmm.
the core cast continuously in the movie,
Hmm.
and like they're always doing something. So
Hmm.
I think that's my choice for best casting. So
Well, again, it's the only one I've seen. I watched it on the 8-year-old's first day of school because that's a movie I'm not watching around the kids.
oh yeah, absolutely not.
So I started celebrating the first day of school by watching the single most child inappropriate movie on my list.
oh god.
Um, The year before, it was Midsummer.
Oh God.
This is how I celebrate school starting.
What would kids?
So this year it was Sinners.
What would kids even think about watching Midsummer? Would they just be like, "Mom,
I
Dad, this
don't
is
think
really boring"?
the thing is by the time we got to the stuff that was inappropriate for them, they already would have left because they were so bored.
That's what I was going to think. It's like they don't get the dread and the buildup of it all.
Mhm.
They're just like, nothing's happening. Where's the monster? Where's someone getting hit with a hammer? Did we skip that part?
They just wouldn't have cared about these characters, so they would have
Well-
left. But with Sinners, it's not just that there's a huge cast and that all of these characters are cast really well. It's that there's so much focus on so many different characters that you would notice if they weren't cast well.
Yeah, no, yeah, I would agree. There's not really a cast member I would say that sticks out like a sore thumb. That usually happens with a lot of award season movies where they're just like, okay, we got our two big lead actor, lead actress. Maybe they'll have a supporting actor, actress. And then there's always that one guy or one actor where it's just like, what are you doing here? Get out of here. Go.
Yeah.
Shoot. What's the next category that you want to hear from?
Is there anything you guys want to talk about?
I want to talk about best international feature because I call bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I am so mad about this one. This is the one I'm the most mad about. Like, I'll accept 100 meters did not get nominated. That's fine. But there are two movies that are missing from here. And listen,
yeah.
I loved It Was Just an Accident. I thought that was a great movie. The Secret Agent, I had to warm up to. Sentimental Value, I get it. It's a well acted, shot film. It had Skarsgård is really good in it. I just don't think it's all that interesting. It's just another I have daddy issues Oscar movie. And I'm not going to say it won because it has subtitles, because that's stupid. But I think it's the least interesting movie on the list. Like, I haven't seen Sirat. I could have. I almost did. Because it was playing at Fantastic Fest. But I decided to sleep in because I like to sleep. And and I also didn't really feel like, because I was talking to one of my friends, Ruben, about it, because they saw it and they were like, yeah, it's good, but it's like mentally exhausting. And that's what I kept hearing about it from Fantastic Fest. Everyone was like, Sirat is really good, but you will be like so taxed by the end of it. So now we have to wait until February to watch it, and I'm mad about that. And then the voice of Heen Rajab. I'm so happy I got to see this. I love this movie. It is also incredibly emotionally taxing, because I don't know if they say this in the trailers, because I haven't seen any trailers or marketing for this movie. I just was made aware of it from a colleague of mine. But they use the actual phone recordings of the victims in the movie, and by the end of it, you are just like, with everything going on right now, the genocide in Gaza and such, you know, free Palestine. It's harrowing, it's horrifying, it's haunting as a movie, and it's so visually upsetting. Like, I came back, like, I went to hang out with my parents after I saw the movie, and it's only like 80 minutes long. It's actually probably the shortest movie in that category. But I was visibly disturbed and upset when I saw that movie. Like, after walking out of it, I was just like, I'm going to have to take a little bit to decompress from that. With that said, where the fuck is No Other Choice?
Yeah.
Like, That is my favorite foreign movie of the year, and it got nothing in this year's Oscars. No acting, no cinematography, no
Mm-hmm.
cast, no
No
casting, no
screenplay.
nothing.
I've seen a lot
Mm-hmm.
of ads for it, and I was like, that looks really cool. I haven't had a chance to see it because, of course, I haven't. But it did look like something I would really enjoy.
It's so funny in an extremely
Mm-hmm.
dark way. Like it's one of like this is the problem with the Oscars. Sometimes they like to pick sad movies over. I, this sounds insulting, but good movies. Um,
Yeah.
but like no other choice is so important for the
Mm-hmm.
current time period of
Mm-hmm.
what it's like in the current job
Mm-hmm.
economy and such, and
Yeah.
the and just how it's shot. It is a beautiful movie. There are
Mm-hmm.
some striking visuals, and like you
Mm-hmm.
see him in like one of the saddest, funniest parts of the movie is what you see in the trailer when he's covering up the guy's horrified face as he's about to shoot him. Like
Yeah.
it's both funny, but it's also like really
Mm-hmm.
sad because yeah, when desperation for work is a thing and that there's competition, obviously you're not going to try to kill people, but
Mm-hmm.
what if you did take that extra step? And
Mm-hmm.
would you feel satisfied at the end with where
Mm-hmm.
you are? And the movie is absolutely not saying this guy did the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
It is a real just tragic ending. It's not the happy ending you think it is. And
Mm-hmm.
but there's also like that bit of optimism at the end where it's like in this horrifying world where AI is taking so much time, like resources and money and jobs away, we have art, and it's just so good, and the main actor is so good. He should have been nominated.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least he should have. He is. I mean, there's another
Yeah.
thing. This should have been in best casting too. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just
Yeah.
because the other ones are good. It's not like they're not good movies on here. It's like I said, sentimental value is just not the one I would have chosen.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been like the fifth place one because I really loved It Was Just an Accident. Just that it's also sad, tragic, also really funny at points because you know it's about uh, these folks who think this guy that they kidnapped was a like torturer and such for um like when they were political prisoners and such. And there's this great funny moment where they have him still in the back of this van, and they're opening the big side door and such, and
Mm-hmm.
they're like close the freaking door. We don't want the cops
Mm-hmm.
to get to be suspicious. And they look over and there are just two cops standing there watching this whole thing happen. And then there's that last scene which is so haunting because
Mm-hmm.
it's like you may move past it, but you don't fully escape the horrors
Mm-hmm.
of what happened. And
Yeah.
so if I had to choose the two that I would choose to be the best one, it would probably be It Was Just an Accident or
Mm-hmm.
The Voice of Heen Rajab.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about, like I said, I don't know about Sirat enough to fully talk about it. But I just wanted
Yeah.
to justice for no other choice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh gosh. Um, let's see. Where's some other fun ones here? Um, best music for original song. This
Oh,
one,
God. Diane
Yeah.
Warren.
dear me, dear me.
Is that not the most Diane? I haven't heard the song because why? But is that not the most Diane Warren-y thing possible? The song is called Dear Me. It's from a documentary about Diane Warren, and it gets nominated for an Oscar, and it is almost certainly going to lose.
She needs to give up. This sounds like a desperation play for.
It's just, it's not going to happen, Diane. And it
You already
shouldn't.
have an honorary Oscar. You can just rest on that.
Yeah, your songs were better in the 90s. I'm going to be real with you,
Yeah.
Diane. Just
Mm-hmm.
let it go.
Yeah.
I wasn't the biggest hater on that Hot Cheetos movie that she did a original song for,
Mhm.
but when that song played, I was like, wait, that was in the movie?
Bridget suggests that it's a fake movie that they made just to put a Diane Warren song into it.
Oh God. And then, but like really, it's a fight between Golden from K-pop and then I Lied to You from Sinners.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like two of the most dynamic songs of the movie, and then especially with Sinners, where it just that whole sequence is just money, money, money.
Mhm.
Is
Like
that the griot sequence?
that's the one where he starts singing after they get the whole what they call that place, the building that the whole thing the
Juke
A juke
joint.
joint.
Yeah, the juke joint. And then you start seeing like the time and cultural
Yeah.
connections that
Yes,
we all
God,
have.
that's
Mhm.
that is
Mhm.
the best shot sequence in a really well
Mhm.
shot movie.
Yeah.
It's like the best It's like if you had to pick a moment to give an
Yeah.
Oscar to,
Mhm.
it's that one. Like
That moment gave me chills. It's
Mhm.
so good.
when you are in a packed theater opening weekend,
Oh
and
my
Mhm.
God.
like everyone was like, "Oh, this is fucking amazing!" Like you could
Mhm.
just it's a spiritual experience
I
Mhm.
believe it.
of just
Mhm.
like it's like it literally leaves your soul leaves your body
Mhm.
just like, and it's not like it goes downhill from there or anything. It's just like that whole scene is so amazing, and there's so many amazing scenes in that movie. But I lied to you. Like if Golden didn't happen, I lied to you would be the winner
Mhm.
there. Now I don't think I've seen Viva Verde. Like I don't even know what that is.
I'll
Yeah.
look it up.
Same here. Yeah.
a a documentary from 2024. What? Explores the lives of celebrated opera singers and musicians living at Villa Verde as they mentor music students who live among them. Well, that sounds
Huh.
kind of cool. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, that
I
sounds
like
like
to,
something that maybe could have been nominated for documentary feature.
yeah, and not the saddest stuff you've ever seen.
Mhm.
And now, Train Dreams. I kind of forgot there was a song for Train Dreams. I was so enthralled with the the cinematography of Train Dreams that I kind of forgot everything else. Cause
Yeah.
it's such a mood movie. Like,
Mhm.
but yeah, it's I like it. I mean, how could it not be Golden? How could it not be I Lied to You?
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
like the only thing I haven't seen Golden turn into is like a rebel song for the protests and such, or maybe it has and I just haven't heard of it.
Golden I pegged when I watched the movie actually the day after I watched Sinners, which was um an interesting experience because I realized in many ways they're the same movie.
Right.
There's
Mhm.
an article that I did on Magpies about this. But
Yeah,
Golden
that's
I
true.
pegged as this is going to be one of those queer anthems like Let It Go
Oh
or
yeah, absolutely. I
because
do. Go ahead.
I'm a middle-aged cis het woman, but I know a queer anthem when I hear one.
Golden is that anthem, like, and it is funny because you know that they were building up Takedown as the big hit song, and then every other song in that soundtrack became bigger than it.
Yeah.
Like, it still did well, but every other song did better. Like, I would have been like I don't know if they're going to do it. I would love to see a Soda Pop performance at the
Yeah.
Oscars, or at least a Your Idol
Maybe
performance.
they'll do it and screw up the lyrics like they did with We Don't Talk About Bruno.
Oh God, no! Do not do that. Oh gosh, I mean, and
I
I love Megan Thee Stallion, but that was a bad idea to
I
try to
have
modernize it.
such a mental like database of just terrible Oscar telecast choices. Maybe I'll
like,
write an article about this before the ceremony of just like, here are the worst telecast choices I have seen in Oscar history.
I'm down for that. That needs to happen. Like, because why would you change the lyrics to one of the most popular songs from 2021?
Well, you could just not be very bright.
No, and it reminds me when what was it? The Ballad of Buster Scruggs got nominated for original song, and it's like, get the two guys you had sing the song to sing the song. Don't get this country duo that I've never heard of.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
on there. Because
Weren't they the ones who
that's
wrote that? Gillian Welch and I forgot the other guy's name. I think because they were the ones who wrote that song.
I don't know who wrote. I don't know who wrote it, but it's like you're telling me you like took away a Tim Blake Nelson performance from us.
Seriously.
Like, shame on you. Now,
there have been some great musical number performances in Oscar history, and there have been some just what were you thinking ones.
And like they did that for like way back in either 2001 or 2 when the Triplets of Belleville got nominated. They didn't bring the guy over to sing the song. And it's like, what are you doing?
Why wouldn't you do that?
And I mean, yes, granted, that was when the Oscars were still like, ew, foreign animated movies, gross. Until now, they're like, hey, cool, come on here, cool. Like, but still, just, I don't know what it is about the Oscars and why they won't just let the songs play and such. So,
they think people don't watch the musical numbers.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that like why they keep trying to cut those moments out? Boo.
And the thing is, some of the most iconic moments in Oscar history have been the production numbers of the original song nominees.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you've seen the production number version of Theme from Shaft, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have not, but I gotta see that.
Oh, it is magnificent.
Mm-hmm.
It is the most 70s thing ever committed to videotape. It's amazing.
I gotta see that, man.
They push Isaac Hayes out playing this organ on wheels, and his shirt is just chains.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sounds cool.
It's amazing. There are dancers, like dozens of them, writhing all over the stage of wherever they were doing the Oscars that year. And then Sammy Davis Jr. has to come out and present after this, and he's just so blown away by the performance. He's like, wow, that was amazing. Now I have to talk about other things, and I don't know if I can do that.
I know, it's like, how am I supposed to follow up that? It's like when they did the I Am Just Ken performance.
That was great.
That was, I love that. See, I love that whole thing. And didn't Billie Eilish also do her song for?
Yeah.
I still love the whole juxtaposition of that movie where it's like it's bright and bubbly, and then here's this immensely sad and philosophical song from Billie Eilish, and yet it makes sense.
The only time I've ever seen a production number that was really good despite not having the original performer of the song was when they had Robin Williams do Blame Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Because Trey Parker and Matt Stone are not going to better Robin Williams.
I agree. I think that it's like as sometimes of an ego those two guys can get, they're like, you want to get Robin Williams? Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, don't.
No, Robin Williams fine. Now, I'm pretty sure you could probably get, I mean, I don't know who sang the Diane Warren song, but I'm sure you could find somebody who could do a better job. But it's a Diane Warren song. No one cares.
That's the thing. It's like, how masturbatory is this? Nominate me for a song that I wrote for a documentary about me. And it's like, no, this is like the stuff
is probably about her based on the title.
Like, this is the stuff you make fun of Oscars for doing and such. like how Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close, or whatever that movie
Mhm.
was called,
Oh
got
God.
in
Mhm.
for Best Picture. It's like that's the shit you make fun of the award seasons for pulling.
Hmm.
Like whatever though.
I I saw that in the theater with my partner's mom before she died.
Oh God.
Wow.
I had very uneven luck watching movies for the Oscar season with her. We saw
Mhm.
Philomena together, which was really good, and we saw Lincoln
Mhm.
together, which was really good,
Hmm.
and True Grit, and Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. And the end credits on that one roll, and I look at her, I'm like, why wasn't that kid in therapy before 9/11? She's like, I was thinking that.
Oh gosh. Now for original score, I don't know why I have a hard time connecting with the overall musical soundtrack for movies, unless it's like a Joe Hisaishi one, and no, not because I'm an animation guy. It's just
Mhm.
like I don't really remember Begonia's soundtrack. I mean, I wasn't the biggest fan of Begonia, but but I don't remember the music for it because it was just like really like you go see a movie like Begonia outside of the weirdness for the character acting. And since we're stuck in a room for a majority of the movie, it's like that's what I remember is everything between Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons. I don't
The,
remember the soundtrack.
yeah, his score for Poor Things was much more memorable compared to Begonia.
Like because of Poor Things having a more like Frankenstein sounding thing, like theme to it, you could
Mhm.
use that like theremin like sound and
Mhm.
such that made it give more of an impression and such.
Mhm.
And even though I really loved Frankenstein, I don't remember much of Alexandre Desplat's
Yeah.
soundtrack for it.
Mhm.
I mean, I love it. I love that movie, and I love the emotional vibe
Mhm.
that it gives off, and that
Mhm.
ending scene where the sun is coming up, and it just that amazing shot.
Mhm.
But yeah, what was the soundtrack like? And for Hamnet, I think that got on for the song that played during the final moment of the movie. Like
Which was
I
an old
remember,
track by the composer. I didn't. Yeah, that
I
was.
think that yeah,
Yeah.
Max Richter.
Mhm.
I thought, I mean, like that's another one where I'm like, wait, there was a soundtrack for that because it just seemed to me it was more like environmental stuff. It's like, have you
Mhm.
seen The Taste of Things? I think that's what it was called. It was a French. It was like a
Yeah,
French
I've seen
movie.
Taste of Things.
That's what it reminded me of because I just felt
Mhm.
like all the whole soundtrack for that movie was sounds and ambiance
Mhm.
and not musical overtures and such
Mhm.
until the play. But I don't know. That's just me.
Mhm.
And then funny enough, Johnny Greenwood isn't this a guy that people are mad at? Or am I thinking of a different composer?
I'll look it up.
Like, isn't he like a Zionist or something? Oh, Radiohead, what are you doing here?
Yeah,
Funny
it's
enough,
unfortunate, but yeah.
yeah. Funny enough, I thought One Battle After Another had a more Desplat sounding soundtrack than Wes Anderson's own movie from last year. Like
Because in
very
fairness, Phoenician Skin, he used a lot of classical music compositions from other composers for that score, so that's probably why this plot score didn't quite have made an impression in that film.
that's fair.
Yeah.
It was just funny because it's like this music sounds like it would be in like the French Dispatch or something
Hmm.
like that, or uh, the uh, the hotel one that he made. I
Hmm.
don't know what the Grand Budapest.
Yeah.
Sinners. I'm sorry, man. You got to give it to Sinners. I remember
Hmm.
so much about, and not even just the original songs made for it, like Flames of Glory and such, or the Irish folk jingles that were
Hmm.
played.
Rocky Road to Dublin.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, the thing is technically Rocky Road to Dublin and so forth shouldn't count towards original score, but the way those songs are woven into
Mm-hmm.
the music written for the movie, to me, is more impressive.
I agree. Like, I think that's. Yeah, I agree. You shouldn't have original songs count as a score. You could do like a soundtrack, like best soundtrack or something
Yeah.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
But for Sinners, you can't have the score by itself. You have to have the songs
Mm-hmm.
in it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, again, Sinners is the only one of these I've seen, and I keep looking at Begonia thinking, but I really don't want to, though, because I don't vibe with Yorgos Lanthimos.
His movies are hit and miss. I find myself either loving his movies or hating his movies.
The only movie of his I've really liked was The Favorite.
I love The Favorite. That was the one that got me onto him more.
I really like that movie. I got it for movie gifts at one point. I was like, I don't know if okay, fine. And I watch it, I'm like, oh no, I really love this movie. You know, this is his one movie that's exactly on my wavelength.
Mm-hmm.
But with Sinners, because it's a musical and because it's about musicians and because it combines original songs and period songs, that's a really complicated score to work with.
No, exactly.
You know, I'm speaking as a musician here. I haven't played in a long time, but I'm a classically trained musician. And anytime you have to work with multiple songs that you yourself didn't write and make them sound organic to the music you do write,
like that's tough.
That's tough. That's a challenge. It's one of the reasons, like, I will die on the hill that Weird Al is a musical genius.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's able to work in all these different styles.
Right. Have you seen that? Sorry, have you seen that documentary or like behind the music's clip of when he was talked about when Weird Al was asked about what was it, Data is Stupid and such? And he's like, yeah, I wanted to make a Devo sounding song, and I think they would have really loved that tribute. And the guy who I think Mark Mothersbaugh and such looked so depressed. He's like, I worked so hard to make my band's unique sound, and here comes Weird Al doing it in less than a day.
Yeah. Like, it's a better Devo song than a lot of actual Devo songs. This is not fair.
Yeah. Now,
and so that's what's impressive to me about the Sinners score.
Oh yeah. Like I remember a lot of the songs for Sinners. That's saying something. Like I said, I have a hard time remembering different soundtracks for movies.
I remember soundtracks really easily. So you know, I watched the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes. And one of the notes that I wrote to myself while I was watching the movie was that the score had a lot of viola and dulcimer. That is the kind of person I am with scores.
No, I get you.
So I was really impressed with the score to Sinners. I will, at the very least, listen to the others, even if I can't make myself watch Begonia.
Begonia's a tough movie to watch. I feel like, I don't know, it's like one of those movies where I'm not in the mood to watch something like this with this kind of messaging right now. But I get why it's so popular with voters.
I really don't like how women are treated in Lanthimos movies, and from what I've seen of the ads, I don't think this is going to change that for me.
It's hard.
No, I thought also I would also suggest checking out the original South Korean film that Begonia was a remake of, Save the Green Planet.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. That's what I've heard. It's that, like, if you like or are not fully on board with Begonia, go see Save the Green Planet. But that actually is a good segue to Best Writing Adapted Screenplay. With we have Begonia, we have Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, and Train Dreams.
Which
yeah, go ahead.
Which category?
Best Writing Adapted Screenplay.
Adapted Screenplay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I'm looking at the Wikipedia categorizing of things, and they just say best writing (parentheses adapted screenplay), and I'm not like the biggest Mary Shelley fan, not because I hate her work or anything like that,
Mm-hmm.
or unless I don't have a reason to. As much as I did like the acting of the characters and such, I would say it is the weakest part of the movie
Mm-hmm.
for me. But I mean, I love everything else about it. It's just sometimes Del Toro Del Toro has like the same issues as Mamoru Hosoda sometimes, where Hosoda can be a really good director, but he needs a good writer. And
Mm-hmm.
ironically enough, the guy he used to collaborate with is behind Japan's biggest movie of all time, Kokuho, which didn't get an Oscar nom. Which I mean, it did for makeup, but not one for best international feature, which is bullshit. But I think G Kids dropped the ball on releasing it too late again. But I'm not salty. I don't think I would say Begonia should win. Only because I like the performances more than the dialogue. Because it's a little blunt, and I think it spins its wheels a little too many times. But that's just me. I know people who just love Begonia from beginning to end. But that's just me. Just Hamnet, I mean, it's ye old language. Like, I think, yeah, I think out of all of these, I like one battle after another more.
Yeah.
Just because there's so many great one-liners and moments,
Mm-hmm.
even though, yeah, I also agree that Regina Hall and then that nun sanctuary should have had more focus.
Mm-hmm.
But really, it's that one line from Leo where I think it's like when he's in the back of the car with Del Toro, like in Del Toro's driving. Or no, he was in the side of the car while Del Toro was driving. And he's just like, I don't know how to braid my daughter's hair. And it's
Mm-hmm.
just such a
Yeah.
poignant line, and probably
Mm-hmm.
Leo at his most vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many ways you could take that line, and because it is like he saw himself as one of the great rebels of back in the
Mm-hmm.
day, and now he's a burned out hippie, like paranoid
Yeah.
hippie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all like as they're trying to save his daughter, he's like it's all coming to him.
Mm-hmm.
How he's just like, I'm such a fuck up. I just, oh my god. Like, and I
Leo's
like,
being old and burned out is a little depressing to me because he's about
Uh-huh.
my age,
oh god.
but he has lived a much harder life than I have in some ways.
Hey, he basically like froze himself to death for the what was it?
The
The
Revenant.
Revenant,
The Revenant and ate a liver.
another movie I did not like.
Also,
I saw that
funny
in the
enough,
theater
yeah. Also,
with a
funny
group.
enough, Leo played a dad to a biracial kid in both The Revenant and One Battle After Another.
Ha! That's
Yeah.
wild.
So I saw The Revenant in the theater with about 12.5 senior citizens,
Oh man.
about 3 of whom were on the movie's wavelength. And the moment where he goes over that waterfall, almost the entire theater just groaned in unison because we realized it meant the movie was just going to keep going. It's like, oh god.
I love that movie, but I understand. I've hit those moments too with movies where it's like, okay, 2 hours. This is a pretty good run time. Oh no.
I maintain that if you trimmed all the nature footage from that movie and put a better score over it, because I did not like the score, you'd have a really good half-hour documentary.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to rewatch it to see how I feel about that. But Train Dreams, I guess the acting is really good. The cinematography is wonderful. The lighting is man, it's a pretty looking movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'd say the script is as good as One Battle After Another, but it's such a mood movie. It's like the script doesn't even really matter. Like,
Yeah.
but that's just me. Like, I mean, it was funny. So many people were so like, oh, ew, a Netflix movie, and it's just like, y'all, this one was a festival movie. You're like, calm down. It's like,
Yeah,
it's
it
not.
was in Sundance. Yeah,
Yeah, was it there at Sundance? Okay, that makes
yeah, it was
sense.
Sundance, and then Netflix picked it up there.
God, they took their sweet ass time to get it out there. Then,
Yeah.
like, now since we're next to it, original screenplay. Uh, I haven't seen Blue Moon. I I'm I find it funny that Richard Linklater put 2 movies out this year, and I haven't seen either of them. But I do.
Mm.
I know some people really like the one that ended up on Netflix.
Yeah, Novel
I
Bag. Yeah.
I haven't heard anyone talk about Blue Moon. I don't know if that's just not on my feed, or I just don't know if I need to get out of the dissolve more, because I just don't know many people who have seen Blue Moon outside of maybe a few friends of mine.
I mean, a lot of people saw it in the because I'm also in the Blank Check Discord. They've also love Blue Moon and Hawk's performance in it. So at least I know some in other circles that who love that film.
And I'm not even hating on it. I just haven't seen it. So it's
Yeah.
like I guess, but I am still sour how Netflix was like, we're not going to push Hitman. Sorry, Linklater. And then Linklater's like it's just funny.
Netflix and marketing has been a thing for as long as Netflix has been putting out its own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here's the thing about Richard Linklater that I'm a little frustrated by. This is just a side tangent. Why, if you're going to complain about Netflix, why are you still going to Netflix with your stuff then? Like, I find it odd that he's like, oh yeah, Netflix is terrible for movies. Oh, Netflix has a check for me? Oh, I'll take it. And it's just,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get it. In this hellscape of during film production, you just go where you think the movie will do best. I understand. But it is like, I don't know, man. It's like, don't if the creature bites you, you don't put your hand back in its mouth. But it was just an accident. Ooh, yeah, I really like that one too. It really balances out dramatic and comedy, and just really good acting and writing all around.
Yeah.
Marty Supreme, I think, and maybe it's just because I felt the runtime of Marty Supreme's 2.5 hours. It was a little bit of overload on the dialogue with it, because it just seems it was like a little too much for me at points, and maybe it's just because I saw it late at night one night, like the night before the nominees were announced. Like I said, it was so quippy, I guess I would say, but not in like a Marvel quippy way. Just like that one scene from the trailer where it's just like, it's the Marty Supreme, it's not the Marty normal.
Marty
like,
regular ball.
yeah. Sentimental values. I'm gonna sound like such a hater. I did not, like I said, I don't care about the screenplay for this movie. The acting is good. I get it. I don't care. I'm sorry. I wish I liked it more than I did, because I was kind of like on a contact high with seeing Neon's other movies in a row. And they have so many movies. And again, justice for no other choice. That one scene where they're inside that house and the music is blaring, and then that they're having to yell at one another.
The no other choice is actually for adopted though. Just
I know, I understand. But it's like for best adapted screenplay, it's like, come on.
Yeah. Also, Wake Up Dead Man. That one should have been nominated for.
Oh man, Wake Up Dead Man got.
Yeah.
Like, I have feelings, and it's one of those where I know I haven't seen most of the other movies, but I have feelings about Glenn Close, because she was so good in that role, and the role was so good, and she's never gotten a competitive Oscar, and I have feelings. It's fine.
I love her in that. Well, that line alone, they just keep painting rocket ships on it. Like that line alone should have just been like sold, bam, put it in there. But
Young, dumb, and full of Christ.
It's such a good part.
it just the dialogue is so good all around. Listen, we understand that you're or like whatever. It's like we understand why you're upset, and just a reminder, he is universally known as a dick. Just like at the beginning. Oh gosh,
Oh, I watched that one not that long, like last week, I think, and just loved it.
that
I
it's
would really have loved to see an original screenplay nod for it because it's fire. It's so good.
I love it. It's like the right amount of clever and witty, and like the most soul draining stuff, especially from Brolin. Where
Roland's really good in it.
Like the whole thing where it's like, oh, okay, it's gonna be like a normal, like confession of sins, and then as he keeps talking and talking, you see the light drain from what was it, Josh O'Connor, his eyes, where he's like, "Fuck, this is who I'm dealing with." Just like no,
and it's such a power play. Like it's so, especially with the information we get later, but it is so calculated to establish dominance.
It's just such a good, like, I mean, let's just be real. The one that should probably win in here is Sinners again. Just like, what can we say? We don't want to just be like regurgitate Sinners, but it's what else is there? Sinners has such a witty script, and it's so layered. That like that one scene where what's his name? Delroy Lindo talks about that time where he watched his partner get hanged. Like,
yes.
Like that whole sequence where I'm sure they're writing in all the audio in the background that you don't see but you hear. Just like one of those moments alone gets it for.
And not to keep harping on the same scene from that movie, but it is the best scene in the movie.
It
is. But the description of what music can do.
And like with the Jimi Hendrix part coming out, and then how it even like changes cultural ancestry depending on who's in the room.
So you see Sun Wukong.
Yeah. And yeah, God. It's like I'm sure Sinners is going to sweep.
I hope so. I hope so.
Now for which one? Let's see here. Best cinematography. This is one I could see. Yeah, I mean a lot of the same contenders. Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sinners, Train Dreams. If Sinners wasn't here, I think Train Dreams would probably have a stronger pull. Because it's a beautiful looking movie. The environmental shots, though, I still would have preferred 28 Years Later getting into Best Cinematography. Like, I rewatched that movie with my dad recently, and golly, just the atmosphere and the world that they show with 28 Years Later, just get that person an Oscar nom. But like, I guess the one thing I'll bring up with One Battle After Another, that whole car chase sequence at the end, I am floored. People were like, what a boring, slow car chase. And it's like, yes, I'm sorry it's not Bullet or Ronin or something like that, but that's a breathtakingly stressful car chase sequence. Just as it goes over the hills. Otherwise, it just kind of, I mean, I guess like, I guess I wouldn't call it like a like stunning looking movie, but I think that's like not the point of it. It's not meant to be like, kind of like what Bradley Cooper did with that movie from 2 years ago.
Maestro.
Maestro, where it's like it's
Oh,
grandiose and such. In every shot is grand in scale.
Hmm.
But
that was that was one of those. It wasn't best acting; it was most acting kind of movies.
Rating it
yeah.
in.
And I felt really bad because I was watching it with Anthony from the group, and then with my best friend, who's not really a movie person, and I didn't know about the ending. And my best friend had another best friend who was in the process of dying of cancer at the time we watched it. So that movie hit her on a very different level than it hit me and Anthony, and I feel really bad for what we subjected her to while watching that movie.
I understand. It's like I get it. But yeah, it's like one battle after another has a more grimy sense of cinematography. It feels very, I'm not going to say grindhouse, but it feels very like low budget New York 70s kind of aesthetic with
Where it feels like
its.
there's dirt all over the film stock.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like super foggy, grimy, yeah. Marty Supreme, I don't know. I just thought it was pretty okay, like cinematography wise. I think
Yeah, shout
Frankenstein.
out to Darius Kanji because when you look at his credits, I'm surprised that he's only been nominated for like three Oscars because he's got a pretty long resume. Darius Kanji, the cinematographer of Marty Supreme.
Yeah, 7. Golly, yeah, Panic
Yeah,
Room.
and also the early Jean Pierre Jeunet films, Delicatessen and City of the Lost Children.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I guess yeah. I think I would have liked to have seen because Marty Supreme is a weird movie. It's like there is the whole infamous sperm sequence at the beginning. So I guess I would have liked a more odd looking movie with its cinematography.
mm.
Now that you've said like, oh yeah, Delicatessen, like the cinematographer worked on Delicatessen,
Yeah,
but
and
it's
he
like,
also had a
well,
pretty big 2025 because other than Marty Supreme, he also did the cinematography for Mickey 17 and Eddington.
ooh,
Yeah.
I think those look better than Marty
Mhm.
Supreme, but that's just
Oh,
me.
he did have Vita too. Lost to the
Yeah,
English
yeah. His
Patient.
his previous two noms were for Ibiza and Bardo, which is just weird that he's just under nom because he has such a pretty lengthy career.
And he lost to freaking All Quiet on the Western Front, which I have feelings about that movie.
Mm.
Speaking of
I,
movies where I was just angry at the score,
Mm.
I get why it was so loved. It's a World War II movie. It says going
World
to
War
bring up
One.
oh World War One. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically everything is horrible and then everyone dies.
Oh yeah. No.
And I
I
wanted John Williams to win because I thought it would be a nice career capper. And then All Quiet on the Western Front, and this is the theme of the person who is about to die, so we're going to hear it 15 times. One.
right. I was going to say it's going to be like that scene from Extras because I forgot it was World War One. I totally
Yeah.
forgot about that. And because I was going to say it's World War Two, and of course there's that scene. I think it's Kate Winslet says, "Oh yeah, I'm doing this because I hear if you do a movie about the Holocaust, you're guaranteed an Oscar." And then
And
two
then she
years
won
later,
an Oscar for a movie about the Holocaust. But
fell.
no, All Quiet on the Western Front is World War One, which is more depressing on the front. Like home front, World War Two is more depressing, hands down. But actual battle, World War One is the most depressing movie.
Right. And I mean, okay, here we go again. Let's put a quarter in every time we bring up Sinners.
Seriously.
Uh, I'll talk about a different scene, the Rocky Road to Dublin scene, where
Oh, so good.
Hmm.
the just the constant build up as the lyrics and the singing gets louder and the people are parading around. It's like this is mostly like a jaunty bar tune. It's not meant to be scary, but it's like absolutely scary when you see all the red eyes in the background and such. And then that whole sequence with oh, what's her name? The grocer uh
Oh, yeah.
where she stabs her husband and it's like the most metal scene in the entire movie, where she's on fire, she stabs her husband, and you just see the bodies burning. It's and then it's so good, man. I mean,
like,
what else can we say?
Yeah.
and as a fairly easy to overlook point, yes, the cinematography involved in doubling a character has gotten a lot easy since Haley Mills and The Parent Trap. But Michael B. Jordan sure does spend a lot of that movie standing next to himself. You know, like, it's easy to overlook that, but that is a complicated thing that you have to plan around.
Absolutely. It's like you can't just have the day, like, you can't pause the sun from going down.
Yeah.
Like, you have to get there, have Michael B. Jordan in one suit, and then have him in an entirely different thematic suit right next to him, and then passing a cigarette to himself. It's like...
Yeah. And, like, yes, with CGI, that is much, much easier than when Disney did it in the 60s.
Right.
But that means that they're doing more complicated things with it.
Exactly. They're not having to be like, oh, we can put, like, a stunt double in one scene so
Yeah,
we don't
there
have to
was-
face her.
If you watch and I love that movie, so, you know, but if you watch The Parent Trap and you know what to look for, you can absolutely see when they have not bothered and it's just the stand-in.
Right. No, it's very easy to spot it early on. I think... Oh, this is a cursed example. Pluto Nash is when it was starting to get really good.
Blessedly, I have never seen that movie.
Good. Just don't.
I've been avoiding it since it was in theaters.
Good. And Frankenstein, I think it does look pretty good. I think maybe a little bit of it, like when it's in either the scenes in London or Frankenstein's laboratory, I don't think those are as good because it just feels very like when it's raining hard in that movie. It's like, we're gonna have it rain hard because we're hiding the CGI and such, or the practical sets and whatever. But
and you do have to say laboratory.
Okay,
You have to pronounce it that way when you're talking about Frankenstein.
But there are some great, like, moments, like when Oscar Isaac is done talking about his side of the story, the sea captain's about to open the door, and you just see Frankenstein's monster charge in. It's like there are some great scenes and such from that movie. It did not suffer the Netflix bullshit machine as much as other people were dreading it would. So, best makeup and hairstyling. Pour one out for the Smashing Machine, because Dwayne Johnson was so excited about finally doing a real movie. And nobody cared. Nobody cared that he did it, but they said, well, he looks pretty good, so we'll give it a nom for hairstyling, I guess. It also didn't help that, like, it kind of showed, just like the Coen brothers, who is the more artfully gifted member of the two.
Yeah.
But this is also the one where I'm a little surprised that the Ugly Stepsister got in, because that's a small movie from Shudder, and Kokuho. This is its only Oscar nom, which R.I.P. man, like, that sucks. Sorry, I'll wait until the traffic. I mean, I think this has to go to either Sinners or Frankenstein. Like,
yeah. And, like, yes, it is very much, you know, drink every time we say Sinners is going to get an Oscar for something. But there's a reason. even if you don't like the movie, it's very technically well made.
Exactly. And yeah, no, exactly. And with Frankenstein, I think that's, I hate to say it because it sounds dismissive. I think it's because of what's his name, Jacob Eldery,
The
who played
Lordy.
yeah, Elordi. Thank you. I think they're gonna give it to him because, like, they might give it to Frankenstein because of his whole design and the costume he's wearing, because it's so different from uh, the Universal monster version, and it's honestly and maybe it's because Junji Ito adapted Mary Shelley's ideas more, but it's very, if you've seen the Junji Ito Frankenstein adaptation, uh, Elordry looks more like that than, like, green skin, flat top hair, and bolts on the neck. So, um, but what would Sinners get for it? Like, is it because of, like, the minimalist vampire approach, or is it just, like, the costumes more?
Well, I think it's the minimalist vampire approach, and I think it's, honestly, I think it's one of those where it's also kind of most makeup. Because there's a lot of vampires in that movie.
Exactly. So, I don't know what I would give it to for this one. Maybe, like, I would say maybe Frankenstein, but I don't know. It's like, how many how many do we think Sinners could win realistically? I mean, I think a majority of their, 16 noms?
Yeah.
But I feel like makeup and hairstyling might be its weak spot, but I could be wrong. I mean, but like, but then again, with best, but maybe you know what? I think I'm confusing this with best costume design and not really makeup and hairstyling for Sinners, because I feel like Sinners and Frankenstein have better, like, range in that, because I feel like Hamnet. I think Hamnet would get in more for, like, production design and less costume design, because I just feel like it's very European. It's whatever.
Yeah.
It's not really that
interesting.
I
actually would like to talk about costume design, which is it's a weird category this year.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? What do you mean? Because Avatar, Fire and Ash somehow got an what are people?
That's what I mean.
What do you do? What are you nominating? Are you nominating the motion capture suits, or the fake costumes on the aliens?
Well, I mean, they gave an Oscar to Benjamin Button for makeup for using CGI to make Brad Pitt into a horrific demon baby.
Yeah, they did.
I'm gonna die mad about that, because that was the same year as Hellboy 2: The Golden Army.
God, I could see why you'd be mad about that. That's what the fuck.
I will die mad.
And with this, it's like, yeah, Marty Supreme, I get, and of course, obviously, Sinners is here. I feel like I would give it to Frankenstein more, because just the big, burly, like, clothes of Frankenstein's monster is more compelling than. But then again, Sinners has the subtle background lore with its costumes, because there's a reason why Michael B. Jordan's twin characters are wearing entirely different suits.
Can I tell you why I want Sinners to win?
Shoot.
It is the silliest reason. It's because a lot of those costumes were actually intended to be for Blade.
Really?
Really? And so this would actually be something from the MCU winning an Oscar.
Just indirectly.
Just indirectly. And that would be enormously funny to me.
That would be funny. I did not realize that a lot of that was made for Blade.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. Ruth E. Carter is fantastic. I actually had her for Celebrating the Living the day she won her Oscar.
Ooh, nice.
For Black Panther.
Yeah.
And it says in my article that she deserves the Oscar, and I don't believe she's going to get it because she's a black woman doing costumes for a superhero movie.
Right. And then she did, and
And then
Black...
she did, and I was so excited to be wrong.
It's always good to be proven wrong sometimes with
And
stuff like that.
The fact that Ruth E. Carter has started not just winning regularly, but winning regularly for genre movies.
Exactly.
Makes me extremely happy.
Me too. Like, that's... I mean, the costuming is so important to Black Panther and to Sinners. Like, I think Sinners would win because, like I said, if you look up the lore of the two brothers from Sinners,
yeah,
there's a reason why one is more dressed Italian mafia and the other's dressed more Irish.
One's got the beer and the other's got the wine.
Exactly.
Yeah. No,
Now,
I mean, there's a lot of really subtle stuff going on with the costumes, and it is another case of most costumes, because there are a lot of characters who need very specific costumes in that movie.
Like, the main vampire is supposed to look like really pathetic and scrawny, so you need to give him a pathetic look.
The Native Americans who come hunting him, like, apparently if you know what you're looking for, which I don't, but if you know what you're looking for, you can see details of the plot in their costumes.
Ooh, I like that detail stuff. I have to look at it now. I have to now it's like, well, now I want to rewatch the movie. Now for best film editing. I mean, film editing for F1, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sentimental Value, Sinners. I think if I had to go, like, if I had to rank them from weakest to best, I think Sentimental Values, F1, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, and then Sinners. Because how are you not going to give it to Sinners for the juke joints sequence?
Oh, yeah. No, the editing on that movie is amazing. Can I tell you, I genuinely forgot F1 existed until I saw the nomination list. I was like, oh, right.
F1 is this is for the old voters Oscars. Like, and I'm saying that as someone who did enjoy F1, but it's like, I love it more as this is a very old school feeling tentpole.
It is this year's token dad movie.
Exactly. And they didn't get it with Ferrari, though they got it with Ford v Ferrari. But yeah, it's the dad movie of the year, and my family loves it, so I get it. So, but I feel like F1 would have been more interesting if they kept the editing, like, kept us on the racing level more, instead of, like, keep cutting back to all the other characters. It's like, I want to feel like I'm there in the car, not constantly, like, pulled back out of it and such. And I mean, in One Battle After Another, there are just a lot of great editing choices, and that moment when Del Toro and Leo, and you see this in the trailer, when they separate, and he's like, God damn it, Viva la Revolucion! And Del Toro's like, okay, dude, thumbs up, bye, going under, and then the music matching with the moment when the carpet fully unravels and like ends there. Like, that's good film editing to me. It's like perfectly timing your music and such. Now for best visual effects, I feel like this is the sad one. Like, this is the kids table category this year. Because there's Avatar, Fire and Ash, F1, Jurassic World Rebirth,
This is apparently the first nomination for a Jurassic Park movie since The Lost World.
That's fucking sad, man. That's
It's
sad.
so sad.
Like, really, the one that was the movie that had to be ramshackled together in a year and a half had to get an Oscar nom. I mean, yeah, the dinosaurs look great, but the dinosaurs always look good. You're not gonna put a Nintendo 64 looking dinosaur in your Jurassic Park movie, like. And The Lost Bus. I haven't seen this movie, but now I'm curious about, like, what the hell is this movie doing?
Apparently, they did the same kind of setup for it that they did for The Mandalorian.
Oh, so it's one of those, like, huge green screen, but
Yeah,
very
yeah.
manipulative. Okay. I
But
don't know how I feel about that.
It sounds like a fake movie. I can't take it seriously.
It does sound like a fake movie, and the fact that I was like, wait, what's The Lost Bus? And it's like, oh, the Matthew McConaughey Apple movie
Yeah, and
with America
you know,
Ferrera. Just,
I am almost but not quite old enough to remember the Academy refusing to give an Oscar nomination to Tron for visual effects because it used computers and that was cheating.
Yeah, no, it's...
The world has changed.
Yeah. I mean, of course, obviously, sinners. Though,
Yes.
I feel like... it's interesting. Would it be shocking? Would it be like the weakest one winning? Would it be Avatar: Fire and Ash? I feel like maybe, because even though it still looks really good, there's that high frame rate bullshit that I saw when I went to see it, and it was just like a little distracting.
I have not seen an Avatar movie since I saw the first one in the theater.
I feel like that would be the most generic. I mean, the worst one.
Yeah.
Like, the most safe bet would be Fire and Ash. The worst one winning would be Rebirth. I give it to Sinners because, like, the subtle vampires. Like,
so much
signs,
stuff in that movie is so subtle and so good.
Like, you don't,
so
like,
here's a question.
Shoot.
I didn't see Superman.
Which one is that for?
Well, it's not up. My question is,
I'm shocked.
Should Superman be one of these nominees instead?
Yeah, I would replace Jurassic World Rebirth with it. And
I mean, from my understanding, it is trivially easy to find a movie that came out in the last year that would be a better choice in this category.
Right. No, I think Superman is a way better choice because of how they capture Superman flying, and a lot of the visual effects were a lot more fun. And I'm sorry, how do you not nominate Green Lantern walking around making giant middle fingers fly out of the ground, destroying soldiers, causing a genocide? So it's like,
my theory is that it's because the Academy doesn't like superhero movies.
I think it's also the fact that it's a pro-Palestine movie.
Well, that's entirely possible. Again, I haven't seen it, so
like, everyone got, like, I feel like people forgot about that controversy, that people are like, it's a pro-Palestine movie, and it's like, yeah, it's a fucking Superman movie.
Yeah, no, Superman, if your Superman isn't pro-Palestine, you have Superman wrong.
You have Superman Prime. That's the problem there.
But, like, MCU movies are almost never nominated in this category.
Yeah,
which is arguably a good category for MCU movies to be nominated in.
No, yeah, exactly.
But they don't get nominated in sound effects.
Yeah, sound design is which one is that? Best sound.
The first MCU movie to win an Oscar was Black Panther.
Well,
and that is full stop. The first MCU movie to be nominated for an acting Oscar was Wakanda Forever, which remains the only one.
Whew, that's well, when you have something as groundbreaking as Black Panther, I get it. It's like
Also,
the
it was Angela Bassett,
yeah with
and yeah, okay.
yeah.
Um, and I do think that Wakanda Forever is the most emotionally complex movie of the MCU because it's about grief.
Yeah,
But still, there is some actually really good acting in several of those movies.
exactly. And well, wasn't like Angela Bassett supposed to win and then Emma Stone won for Poor Things, or am I thinking of a different time?
A lot of people were pretty sure that Angela Bassett was going to win, and then Jamie Lee Curtis won.
Oh yes, that's
And
right.
Angela Bassett was visibly pissed in the auditorium.
Oh God, well that was 2000. That was 2022 then. Oh
That was
God.
Everything Everywhere All at Once, was what that was.
Oh fuck yeah. No, I
Yeah.
would have been pissed.
Um,
Oh, 2023 was the Till movie
yeah.
that should have won, and then Emma Stone won, and it's like, fuck, here we go again.
And yeah, so, I think they didn't give the nomination to Superman as much because it's a genre that the Academy just doesn't award if they can get out of it.
No, it's the
And like
Academy is weird about its like brand recognition.
the
hatred.
Academy practically thinks comedy is a genre in its dislike of genre movies.
Pretty much like, I mean, it's just funny because yes, I don't think every superhero movie is as good as they could be, but sometimes they do deserve like a nomination. Like, well, didn't Heath Ledger get nominated for The Dark Knight? Or am I
Heath
thinking?
Ledger won a posthumous Oscar for The Dark Knight,
Right,
but
but then again, that was a Nolan movie, so
that was posthumous,
yeah,
and B, Nolan verse.
yeah, Nolan verse stuff. So obviously,
But like, one of these days I'll actually sit and crunch numbers on this because it's one of my two takes about the Academy that nobody ever really believes me about.
no,
One is that they just don't like superhero movies, and you can tell by what gets nominated and what doesn't, and
right.
especially by what wins and what doesn't. And I would count the Hellboy 2 Benjamin Button thing as an example of this.
Right.
And two, they don't like Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Like, to a degree. Like, they keep nominating him, but they don't.
That's the
let him
thing, is they really kind of don't, as much as people think they do.
Hmm.
And it's not just the infamous Color Purple shutout.
Right.
12 nominations, and he didn't get one for Best Director. And of course, the movie didn't win a damn thing.
I feel like they also don't like Martin Scorsese as much as well, but I feel like they don't like Martin Scorsese as much
They
as well.
really don't like Martin Scorsese.
Which is odd because you think he would be an awards darling for.
Martin Scorsese, I don't always like his movies,
Right.
but the Academy should worship at his feet for everything he's done for film preservation.
Right.
Like,
Now,
that is the ultimate in Academy, like, do-gooder.
And like with Spielberg being like, I'm going to reinvent movie making in 2 different time periods of my life.
Yeah.
And then also put out a Best Picture nomination for, like,
The fact that
like Jurassic Park and Schindler's List came out in the same year.
they did, and that's the first year that he actually got an Oscar.
And then there's also the whole bullshit that happened with Saving Private Ryan losing to Shakespeare in Love.
I mean, I have complicated feelings about that because I do think comedies should win more often, but yeah.
I,
I'm more inclined to go towards Argo versus Lincoln myself.
oh, I could see that. Yeah,
Because I liked Argo, but
Lincoln was
you
the
know
better
who
movie.
agreed that it didn't deserve Best Director?
Who? Oh,
Ben
Argo's.
Affleck. If you saw the look on Ben Affleck's face when he won Best Director for that movie, he just looks confused.
And he's like, wait, what?
Wait, who? Read that again. That can't be right.
Exactly. Now, I'm going to say, like, combine the acting categories into
Yeah.
kind of a one thing, since this is going a little long. Best actor in a leading role. I like Timothy Chalamet. I don't know if I say I think he's a really good actor. I would like to see him do something else first, though. I understand why people think this might be it because he didn't get it for any of the Dune movies, or I don't think he got it for Call Me by Your Name. But yeah, it's like last year was his last chance, or his second attempt with when him playing Bob Dylan and such. And he's really good in Marty Supreme. I can't take away that it's still Timothy Chalamet, Mr.
Yeah. Call Me by
Willie.
Your Name, he lost to Gary Oldman for Darkest Hour. Should have lost to Daniel Kaluuya for Get Out.
Oh yeah, that's right, 2017.
A Complete Unknown, he lost to Adrian Brody for The Brutalist. Oh gosh. Either Coleman Domingo or Ray Fiennes. Sing Sing or Conclave.
Ooh.
I
I
Didn't
think
see The Brutalist because I wouldn't like it.
Conclave and Sing Sing were really damn good. Now Leo, I would say this is Leo's best acting in a while. I didn't like him in. I mean, I thought he was fine in the last few movies he's done. I thought he was really good in One Battle After Another, but as good as Wagnamora or Michael B. Jordan, no. I think Leo can sit this one out a little.
I think it should be Michael B. Jordan, and I'm going back to the whole twins thing.
Just playing two, like, they're brothers, but there are, like, again, subtle differences between their...
They're twins, but you can usually tell, even leaving out the costume, which one is which when you see them on screen.
Exactly. Like, if you went in colorblind, you could still tell
Yeah.
who was who. I just really like Wagnamora. I thought he was so good in The Secret Agent. I have no opinion on Blue Moon. Again, haven't seen it.
I just don't like Ethan Hawke.
I like him fine. I'm not the biggest fan of him either.
He's one of those people that's supposed to be one of the great actors of my generation. And he's always kind of gotten on my nerves. The worst movie version of Hamlet I have ever seen is the Ethan Hawke Hamlet.
Oof.
And that's not all on him, because Hamlet shouldn't be under 2 hours long.
Yeah, exactly. That Hamlet needs to be like an epic.
They cut the Gravedigger.
Don't cut stuff, man.
There are two scenes that you're not allowed to cut from your version of Hamlet. One of them is To Be or Not to Be, and one of them is the Gravedigger.
Yeah, no, you don't cut those scenes, man.
You can't really cut any of the Ophelia stuff either, and I did think some of the Ophelia stuff was effective. But, oh my god, that movie is weirdly cast, weirdly shot, and too short. And Ethan Hawke is playing the single most emo Gen X Hamlet imaginable. It's awful.
That sounds insufferable.
It's don't watch that movie.
I think Best Actress is kind of weak this year. I mean, great actors all around. Rose Byrne, Jessie Buckley, Kate Hudson, Renee Rinsve, and Emma Stone. I feel like Jessie Buckley could win this mostly because of that final scene. I haven't seen If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. I could have. I just didn't choose to see it at Fantastic Fest.
Mm-hmm.
Kate Hudson. Like I said, I haven't finished Song Sung Blue, but she sounds like a caricature. So many people in that movie sound like caricatures, which is funny because it's a Neil Diamond tribute band.
Yeah,
movie.
my understanding is that it's a very much one of these nominations is not like the others.
Like Elise Renee has like what's the word I'm thinking of? Like subtle acting with her.
Yeah.
And Emma Stone, I think she's good, but I don't think this is my favorite performance of hers. Just because it's like I like the mystery of whether she's an alien or not more than like her performance in it.
Well, and she already has 2 Oscars.
She doesn't need a third one right now.
One of them for a different Yorgos Lanthimos movie.
Poor Things, right?
Yeah, which I hated. I know I'm alone in that, but I hated Poor Things.
Oh no, I get it. I understand why people would not like that movie.
And I don't care what everybody says about how it's not sexist. Yeah, actually, it really, really is. And I could lecture people about why, but nobody wants to listen to that right now. So I don't want her to win simply because, no, we've done this already.
She's a safe bet, Oscar.
Yeah.
For here. And,
I don't want Kate Hudson to win because I don't want them to acknowledge that movie anymore.
I just realized that Universal only has like 2 Oscar noms here with Jurassic World and Song Sung Blue, which are like, did Universal just not put out good movies this year, or no? Or are they not counting Hamnet because that's Focus Features?
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think, like, what else did Universal put out? And now for supporting role, this one's I think a lot tougher, and I think only the worst one is Sean Penn. But I
was saying last night that we could replace Sean Penn with literally pretty much anyone, and I'd be fine with it on a personal level. Like, regardless of the quality of acting he did, let's not with Sean Penn anymore.
Exactly. Like, I'm happy for Delroy Lindo. I think they could have given Miles Caton, who played Samuel in Sinners. Yeah. I think he could have been in there because it seems like they were going to treat him as supporting role, even though he's a main character. But
the fact is, they could have given half the cast a supporting nod.
Exactly.
And I would not have complained.
And like Benicio del Toro is fun, but it's maybe a little quirky, but I like his chill vibe from that movie. And Jacob has a lot of great physical acting with Frankenstein. I think it's not the best acting from a supporting role. I do think it should probably be between Delroy and Del Toro. Stellan Skarsgård is good, but it's also like, again, daddy issues the movie.
I do have to add him to, or make sure he's on my Oscar nominees and winners and BAFTA nominees and winners of the MCU database, which I've been building as I've been watching them for a different channel. We finished phase 3 last night, and there are 85 people on that database.
Whoa. Wait, what was Stellan Skarsgård in the
MCU? Stellan Skarsgård was, what's his name? He's in the Thor movies.
Isn't that Anthony Hopkins?
No, that's Odin. No. Eric Selvig.
Oh, wasn't he like one of the reporter guys, or am I thinking of someone else?
No, he's working with Natalie Portman.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Well, I mean, the Thor movies are the weak link of the MCU for quite a while. But he's fun in those movies, but yeah.
like he has subdued acting here, just like Renee. So I think supporting role for best actress is way more interesting because we have like Amy Madigan from Weapons, Teyana Taylor, Wunmi Mosaku, for Sinners. I don't know why Ellie Fanning is here. I just don't get the sentimental value wave here. It's like,
So if we had to replace one of these with Glenn Close to make Jillian happy, your suggestion would be Elle Fanning?
yeah, I would do that because she's good in the movie, but she's in it so little, and I just forgot about her. By the time, because she just plays like a little blip on Stellan Skarsgård's journey in the movie.
Yeah. I am surprised by the choice of Wunmi Mosaku.
I loved her. And
I'm not saying I don't. I'm just saying, you know, if you were going to nominate from someone from that movie, it's a bit surprising it wasn't Haley Steinfeld.
I guess they didn't want to go Oscar so white.
Yeah, well, she is actually 1/8 black. I looked it up.
That is interesting. I mean, like,
because I was like, why did they cast the white lady in this? Oh, okay. That's because she actually is as black as her character is. I'm fine now. I'm better.
Okay, that makes sense then. But I'm wondering if I feel like this is like a battle between Teyana Taylor, Wunmi, and Amy Madigan. Like, I think that's this. I mean, I would say that Teyana Taylor should have been in the movie more because I think she's a great actress. But Amy Madigan, it would just be kind of fun to see a weird witch cult lady character win. Just because Weapons is such a weird movie. Now for best directing, I mean, put a quarter in the jar. Ryan Coogler, man. Just put him in there, man. And for best, I mean, like, Josh Sadfeld is good. He captures that good chaotic energy of Good Times and Uncut Gem with Marty Supreme. But it's also like, we've seen this before. Do something a little different with him. Chloe Zhao is a great emotional director. She captures emotion. Like, when I watched Hamnet in theaters, I was on that wavelength of like, it's good, but I don't know why people are loving it so much. And then that last ending scene plays, and I'm just like crying my eyes out. I'm just like, okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
Paul Thomas Anderson, I would say this is my favorite movie of his, but I don't quite forgive him for Licorice Pizza. I did not like that movie.
I'm honestly not a huge Paul Thomas Anderson film or fan, though there is a running joke. Because he did Licorice Pizza, right?
Yeah.
So I saw the Licorice Pizza unskippable 15-second ad easily 200 times on YouTube.
Oh, I would get why that's annoying.
That is not an exaggeration. Like, I started messaging Anthony every time I saw that ad so somebody else would know how frequently I was seeing that ad. And the joke is I'm never going to watch that movie unless he comes and landscapes my yard. Like, if Paul Thomas Anderson shows up personally to my house, landscapes my yard for me, I will watch Licorice Pizza, but not until then. I don't want him to win because he hasn't landscaped my yard yet.
Now, for Best Picture, I'm a little shocked that so many foreign nominees got in with The Secret Agent and Sentimental Values. They aren't my favorite. I don't think they're bad movies. I think The Secret Agent is a very politically important movie right now, especially with what's going on in Minnesota and such. And I understand why Marty Supreme got in there. Hamnet, Frankenstein, F1 is for the dads. Begonia is for the weird hipster relative that you have. And I'm sorry, again, I feel like it has to be... it's going to be between one battle after another in Sinners. I think Train Dreams came out too late. I think F1 doesn't have enough of a pull to
Hamnet
win.
has Spielberg as one of the producers, so it can't win.
And Marty Supreme, they're not fans of Satfi. The voters nominate him, but they don't love him enough to give Adam Sandler an Oscar that back in 2019 and such for Uncut Gems. I just don't think there's enough pull or push for sentimental values in The Secret Agent.
I don't think there's enough weight behind any of these movies except for Sinners.
Sinners just kind of steamrolled, like as like alongside K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah.
And one battle after another as like the most important movies of the year.
And again, this is without me having seen any of the other nominees. The only one I have seen is Sinners. So I'm not the most unbiased source here, you know.
I mean, it's tough. Like, could the world would riot even more if Sinners did not get into Best Picture.
You know, if K-pop Demon Hunters doesn't win Best Animated Feature and Sinners doesn't win at least half of its nominations,
there will be riots.
You know, like the Oscar people keep saying, well, I don't know why no one watches the show. And like, I have a list of reasons, and this is why I would be a really good host. Side note, I am still available, Academy. But one of the reasons is people look at the films that win, and they haven't had a chance to see half of them.
Yeah, like I said, Sirat only is now coming out in February. So
yeah. And
it's like,
B, you know, these movies that actually really speak to people keep getting in some way mistreated. Like, it is a truism to me that the wrong song from a Disney movie will always be nominated these days.
That's true. That's exactly true.
Like,
it's
I like the song they nominated from Encanto. It's cute. It's fine. You know, it's a very pretty song. But it's not the song they should have nominated, and everyone knows it.
Exactly.
There are two songs that people really connected to from that movie, and neither of those are the ones that were nominated. Tangled. The song that should have been nominated was I've Got a Dream. In this TED Talk, I Will.
Yeah.
And they went for the love song, which is fine. It's pretty. It's whatever. But it should have been I've Got a Dream.
The problem with the Oscars is that they want to be both about the most important movies of the year and the best movies of the year, which the best is so much of a subjective thing. That's tough to pin down. And unfortunately, like if you go to 2019, two of the most important movies of that year were Avengers Endgame and Todd Phillips' The Joker, because of just how much of an impact they left.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't like, it's like they struggle with that, because then it becomes, well, then none of these other amazing movies are going to get seen. So then it's like, oh, are you an advertising campaign for these movies then? Or
yes, kind of.
Yeah, so the Academy has like a weird struggling identity crisis.
Let's have a moment of real talk about the history of the Academy, you know?
I'm down.
The Academy started out as a way to stop actors, directors, and writers from unionizing. Oscar were the 1920s equivalent of a pizza party.
Pretty much.
And I am not denigrating the good work the Academy does in this day and age, especially for things like film preservation and helping young filmmakers. And there's a lot of good work the Academy does that they don't talk about, which I think having a segment about something along those lines the Academy has done that year in every Oscar telecast will help sell the Oscars as a concept. Like, exactly. Right now, what the Oscars are is the way they pay for the work the Academy does.
Yeah,
They
no.
sell ad space. The ad space pays for the work they do the rest of the year.
Right, right. No,
And if you
it's
want to make the Oscars something that people care about, you tell them about the good work you're doing. Like, I was a skeptic of the Met Gala until I found out that they are fundraising for, you know, actually doing conservation work and things for the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Like, the Met Gala serves a legitimate charitable purpose.
yeah, no,
So
exactly.
do that with the Academy, and also tell people what these jobs actually are. Like, my partner didn't know why they gave an Oscar for film editing because he didn't really understand what film editing does and how it can make or break a scene. So teach that at the telecast. I'm still available, Academy.
But otherwise, I don't have much else to say. It's like it's a very solid year. I think it's better than last year. I thought 2024 just had a whatever year for its.
I actually wrote an article last year about how little I cared about most of the nominees.
Yeah, it was just kind of whatever.
I
And
didn't bother watching most of them.
I mean,
I
like,
did watch and love Conclave, especially as a lapsed Catholic.
right.
That movie is so much fun if you know your Catholic history.
Exactly. And it was just more, this one's more exciting in a lot
Yeah.
of ways. So I'm down to take the sinners train, man. Like, let's get on that.
All aboard, man.
All aboard. But yeah, I mean, I think that's it for me right now. So
Yeah, I think that's really all there is to say, especially since basically nobody else showed up.
right, right.
But I'm glad you did, because I'm glad, the channel is more than just me fiddling about on YouTube now.
Right, right. No, I love movies, so
yeah, anytime you want to do a live stream or drop a video on the Magpies channel, just let me know, and we have this channel. Let's use it.
I'm down. So, all right, peace out, man. This was fun.
All right, talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
Bye.